Okay everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I've already started, but I'm going to do some work to my E39. I made some purchases here, and this is a 525i. This is not a an M5, but I have made some purchases to repair this $400. Literally, I paid $400 for this car. $400 E39 525i 2001. Oh yeah, it has some problems, but this summer this will be Project Repair E39. So let's get started. Let's take a look at what we have to repair here. Car is overheating, so I want to resolve those issues. Let me see. All right, that looks like the hood is open. Let's go take a look. Washed it. I'll make a video of me washing the car, but the engine bay originally was a mess. I mean, it was a mess. Something exploded. I think it was the either it was the water pump, or it looks like maybe a hose back over there. Yeah, back right over there. Maybe that hose there from the water pump. It is overheating quite a bit. So let's look at some of the items I'm going to repair. All of this stuff, the cover was missing, so there was no cover. There was leaves and dirt all in the jams. You know, there's still some leaves here. Look at that thing right there. That thing. I'll get that. I cleaned up the engine bay as much as possible, but it was filthy. You see here, I need a new oil cap. That has to be repaired. I'll be replacing all of these things here. Looks like one was replaced, but the others weren't. But the car starts fine, seems to work fine, but it was missing this cover. So that has to get repaired. And fan housing. Always on these cars, for whatever reason, maybe it just gets brittle over time because of heat. But this, look at that. That has to be repaired. I'll be replacing this thing today and tossing this one. The coolant tank is here on a look at this. That's holding the coolant tank onto the engine, onto the fan shroud. So that'll be replaced. In addition, I have the thermostat here, the new thermostat. I have this new thermostat that will be replaced today with this spec unit with the unit that was spec for this model. Let's take a look at it. That is here. Borg Warner. Just purchased this thing. Let's see, up here. Here it is. This is the unit that was spec for this model. So I'll be replacing that today. Hopefully that will allow me to get this thing on the road and drive it. Have some other issues with this car, and I'll be addressing those in other videos. Also, Lee, who's got the keys to my Beamer? Oh yeah, new fan shroud. Let's look at the old fan shroud. Old fan shroud, garbage. New fan shroud, beast. Brand new, smells new. I like the smell of new stuff. Alright, so we'll be replacing this thing today. You can see, let me let you see here. Look at that. Damn. I mean, they messed that thing up. Goodness gracious. Look at this, and look at where this is supposed to be. That little nut here. That's supposed to be here. Right here. That's a problem. That's a problem. So we want to go ahead and repair that. But first, I'm going to put on a new engine cover. And then the next time you see me, it should be on. I'll be right back. Well, first, before we actually put on the engine cover, let's take a look at the engine cover. Just got it. This should have been... But first, before we put on the engine cover, let's take a look at the new engine cover. Let's see here. See if I can get this thing out. Put this down. Let's see if I can. All right. Okay. This was supposed to be a reveal, but it wasn't because I was too desperate. Booyah! Cling! Cling! Who got the keys to my Beamer? I do. Not you and I. Well, let's take a look at this. I guess this thing is going to go on like that. And then this thing, I believe, I need to figure out how this thing goes on. Like this, or like this. Alright, we'll figure it out. Maybe this is wrong, but we'll figure it out. This is kind of what it should look like. Okay, it's in. It is in. So, on to the next on to the next part here. Fan shroud. This thing sucks. I have a lot of work to do here. First, I need to take this fan off. That nut, that rusty nut there, I need to take that off. I want to do the fan clutch, but I'm just going to reuse the clutch. I just want to get this fan off so I can remove the shroud. And then once I remove the shroud, I can replace the thermostat and the shroud. So hopefully when I see you next, this is all done, unless I have any issues. Alright, so just took off the water pump. You can see that it was a catastrophic failure. Seemingly this stuff was just kind of leaking from everywhere. Leaked all over in the inside of the engine bay. Let's take a look at the water pump and find out why I believe it failed. If you know anything about car work, you would know. You kind of have an idea by just looking at this. Let's take a look. Alright, here's why it failed. The gasket, seemingly the gasket just melted. Goodness gracious, look at that. Just melted. All the way around. that's why it failed. Now I'm not sure if this is some goop that was put on by the former owner, or if it was the gasket, but it's all black, so it looks like the gasket. Let's take a look at our new device, and let's see what we find. Here it is. Oh, also, got a new jack! Got a new jack! Got a new jack, baby. Harbor Freight, thank you. $100. Clink clown. Here we go. Now let's take a look at the old water pump. Sorry, thermostat. Now let's look at the new one, which is mil spec for this particular car. You can see that this gasket here is new. All the way around. You can see that this one is destroyed. So, also it's aluminum. You know, very nice. All right, well, anyway, I got the fan off. I don't know if you remember from earlier, but the bolt on this was very dirty, and once I took it off, I could see better. Someone killed this nut. Goodness gracious. Now, I didn't have to kill this nut because I knew how to take it off, because clown, pow, clown, swing. I have the right tools, baby. They didn't, obviously. But I did clean it off. You know, it was, if you remember from earlier, it was very rusty. I couldn't even tell where the edges were, but seems to be good enough for government work for now. We'll go ahead and put on that new fan, put the fan back, clean up this bay here, and well, first I have to clean this off, and then we'll go back to put in the new thermostat, and we're going to start it up. Put some oil in there, and we're going to start it up and see if it runs. But this is very nasty. Yuck. Look at that. God, goodness gracious. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, out with the old and in with the new fan shroud. Goodness gracious, look at this. This thing just cracked up. I don't know if it was because of heat or old age. I'm not sure if it was the original. Maybe it was the original. I do see there's a BMW logo there. And here in this eBay type unit, there is nothing. And then also I see that there was a clip that broke off here. Should have been one of those here. But when I look here, bow, new clip. Clips all there, new. Look at this. There's a little device that goes here. Kind of just slips in. Watch this. You see that lip on the end right there? Clown. Watch this. Shing, gone. Swing. Somebody just cut it off. This thing was literally falling apart into pieces as I was taking it out, so car's going to look a lot better with a new fan shroud, and steadily making progress. Right now I need to take that device off and relocate it to here. So let's make it happen. All right, so many days later, maybe about 10 days later, I've finished everything that I started to work on so far. So as I said earlier, the cover is in. The fan shroud looking quite nice. Still have some fitment issues over here with this final screw, but looking quite good. The new thermostat is in. Not sure if you guys can see that, but yeah, there it is. New thermostat is in. Working fine so far, no issues. Also, did an upgrade with the halo lights. I put in a LED light, new bulbs throughout. Again with the halo upgrade. And then also, I haven't put in the fan yet. I need to do that. Took the car to BMW to get an oil change. That worked out really well. I have also cleaned the lenses. They're better than what they were. They were a lot more yellow. Still seem to be a little yellow, but better than what they were. Let's turn the lights on so we can see the halos. The halos are on. Pow, that's working. Click clack, that's working. Very nice. Very nice. I put on these little color clip-on things from eBay. Super cheesy, but I don't know. I just really liked it. So I put it on. Still some other things to do, like this window trim on the front and the back. You can see it's just kind of going away. But what I can say is that the car is finally on the road. No transmission work is needed at this time. Eventually I want to change the water pump and the serpentine belt. And then also maybe get the coolant flushed and replaced. What's in here right now is the green coolant. Alright. That looks empty. I'll have to fill that up. I'll do that now. But other than that, everything else is going pretty good.